Hi, and a very warm welcome to you. I'm located here at the start of the Midlands Meander on an absolutely idyllic spring day. We are at the absolutely beautiful luxury wedding and conference venue, Mendola. I cannot tell you what a joy it is to be here. It is the epitome of a spring day at its best, a venue that has many different opportunities and options for you and your special one on a special day. We're going to be spending the day talking to people who support this beautiful, bespoke, elegant wedding venue. Weddings and conferences, from small numbers to large. We want to introduce you to the journey that is Mendola. It's in Hilton, number 1 Hilton Avenue, and I must say that from arriving and having a look around, it is absolutely unique. There's nothing quite like it on the Midlands Meander, and it's going to be a really beautiful day of introducing you to all the different people who can make your special day really special. You can think of it as a bespoke, one-stop wedding and conference venue. It's absolutely gorgeous, and throughout the day I'm going to be showing you around, and I'm going to be letting you have a little look into windows of romance, fantasy, beautiful food, beautiful wine, and a venue that really is second to none. My name is Melanie Roberts, and I'll be taking you on the Mendola journey for the rest of the day. Stay with me. Hello again, it's Melanie Roberts here at Mendola. As I mentioned before, I'm taking you on a journey today in this absolutely beautiful venue. It's a venue created for luxury. It's a venue created for bespoke weddings and beautiful conferences and events. But I must say here today, we have the most beautiful array of products. And one of the things that everybody talks about and that everybody wants for their wedding day is an absolutely perfect wedding cake. So I'm here with Lauren Lee, Cake Couture. I'd like to introduce you to Lauren. Hi there. And I'd like to just let you know about the beautiful cakes that she can design for you. Lauren, tell me, where is your inspiration from in terms of designing a wedding cake for that special day?
Well, a lot of the inspiration comes from the bride. You know, everything kind of comes into a cake, where it's the lace from her wedding dress. I love to incorporate that. And, you know, I work with the bride with her color schemes, her themes, and we try and incorporate that. And, you know, for me, a wedding cake sums up your whole wedding. You know, your flowers, your theme, your colors, and I love to just bring that into a cake.
Beautiful.
And, you know, I just get inspiration from everything, from seeing a beautiful piece of lace to beautiful roses, and just try and bring that into my cakes.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I don't know if you're able to see some of the cakes here, but what I do want to ask you, Lauren, is I'm a little bit older than you, and I remember wedding cakes for years and years were just sort of fruit cake inside and traditional white fondant on the outside.
Yeah.
And wedding cakes have changed tremendously.
Definitely.
And can you tell me a bit about what the trends are like currently?
The trends currently, red velvet is a huge trend.
Tell us about red velvet.
Red velvet is a chocolate-based sponge with the beautiful red coloring and a cream cheese icing. So the mix of the two is wonderful. That's really popular at the moment. Obviously your favorites are carrot cake, is really, really nice. And mud cakes are also really popular.
What is a mud cake?
It's a dense sort of brownie consistency with a beautiful chocolate ganache icing.
Oh my goodness.
Which is cream and chocolate, so very decadent, but...
And luxurious.
Absolutely.
And opulent.
Yes.
And tell me a bit about your designs. I mean, we have a look here. We see beautiful colouring on the fondant. We also see flowers that look so real that you actually would like to pick them and put them in a vase. How do you manage to make those flowers look so realistic and lifelike?
Well, you know, flowers are my absolute favourite thing to make, especially roses. And, you know, you just have to have the right tools.
And I know with couture designers who actually make couture gowns, I know that the painstaking work that goes into it, because each creation is unique.
Yes.
Do you hand make all of your flowers and
Yeah,
all of the decor
I
that
do.
goes onto the cakes?
I hand make I hand make everything. So a lot of love and attention to detail and time goes into all my flowers.
Beautiful, beautiful. Do you have people asking for cupcakes?
I do. Cupcakes are really popular at weddings. I think a lot of people, you know, sometimes they don't want the big cake.
Yes.
They want just a cupcake to give to all their guests.
Okay.
So I do, you know, sort of a top tier cake, a small
Yes.
cake, just so that they can cut it, which is really nice.
Symbolic, yes.
Yeah. And then we do a cupcake tower, so you have all your cupcakes
Oh,
underneath.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And if you just actually show that to the camera, if you actually have a look at that, it's this absolutely beautiful cupcake holder with the filigree detail, and then these iridescent pearls just absolutely perfectly perching on the most gorgeous colour icing. So I imagine that brides and perhaps bridegrooms who are interested in cooking or baking must just absolutely love being able to say, well, I'd like pale green, or I'd like aqua, or I'd like ivory, and you're able to make their dreams come to life.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, any colour palette I can do.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Which I love because it's nice, you know. You
And
kind
creative.
Of, yeah, it is. And you customize it to their wedding.
Absolutely
so
wonderful.
It sums up all the colours and
Wonderful.
designs.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Lauren. Well,
Thank
I'd just
you.
like to say to you that if you have any desire at all to have a wedding cake or cupcakes that are absolutely perfect, please go to Lauren Lee Cake Couture. You can find the website www.laurenleecakes.co.za. And although Lauren is Pietermaritzburg based, she's available to travel. But have a look at that website and you will see some of the most beautiful, beautiful creations. I hope you have a fantastic day here at Mendola. Thank you. Okay, so here we are, we're at Mendola, and we're on a journey of a lifetime here. What we're actually doing is we're traveling through the day as if it was your very, very own wedding, showing you all of the different things that you can have that make your day perfect and complete. And one of the things that you need is to have a professional videographer. It doesn't help you to have an uncle or a brother saying, I'll take a video, and using his handy cam. That's a recipe for disaster. That's where the program, The World's Funniest Gags, comes from. When people offer out of the kindness of their hearts to do something that really a true professional needs to do, you want good sound, you want good light, and you want a steady hand. And that is usually impossible without a professional service. So I'm here at Mendola today with Wesley from InStyle Productions, and Wesley's going to tell you a little bit about why they are asked to do so many weddings and why it is so important that you have a beautiful video for your wedding.
Yeah, the importance is you obviously want to watch your video again, and the last thing you want is something per quality, per video quality, per sound, and you actually, at the end of the day, you actually get halfway through and you turn it off. So yeah, in that sense, it's important. Also, in terms of being married myself, so then like after my wife walked down the aisle, pretty much the whole day was a blank. So obviously being able to sit down and actually watch the day and actually then, that person was there, this happened.
I think that's a very good way of putting it. I think that the couple experiencing their wedding and those, closely involved in the wedding party, it's almost like a surreal dream that's going on. And when you actually have a video, a DVD, you're actually able to replay the memories. So whether it's a year later, or whether it's after the honeymoon, or whether it's after your first child is born, you actually have the opportunity to sit down and relive that memory as many times as you'd like to. And these days, with the quality of videos and the quality of the playback platforms, you're actually able to see this movie in glorious Technicolor that captures all of the detail, captures the mood, captures the feeling, the sound, every little thing that happens. And I also know that professional videographers know what to film. They film the table centerpieces, they film the beautiful cake, they film the rings, they know all of the different details, which a person who's perhaps more emotionally involved might get carried away with one particular angle and they don't capture all of those details. I also love it when you go to a wedding and the videographer comes around and he gets like a little sound bite from all of the different people who are there. Because I understand from bridal couples, they sort of hello to everyone, but then afterwards they can hear and see the friends, and those friends have a personal message for them. Do you find that a lot of people request that you interview or get sound bites from their guests, or do you just do that as part of the package that you offer?
No, obviously, if it's requested, we will certainly do it. But quite a while, we get guests actually coming to us and asking if they can give a personal message. Also, we offer a service where we put down a special microphone, dedicated camera, just for couples to come anytime, to come and give a message. A couple 30 seconds.
I think that's one of the most important things is people don't really know about the complexity from a production, from a technical point of view. You know, very good quality equipment is very, very expensive, and the average person who's going to the wedding doesn't have that. That's why they need the services of a professional videographer. And I also think it's important because afterwards you're able to edit what footage you've taken, which people can't do at home. So my recommendation, honestly, is from various weddings I've been to and then people I've spoken to afterwards, that they have a professional service. InStyle, do you have a website?
Yes, we do.
What is the address?
www.installmedia.co.za.
Okay, so that's www.installmedia.co.za. The best thing to do is for them to go onto the website and then send you an email or call you to set up an appointment. And apart from being a preferred supplier for Mendola and being in this region, the beautiful Midlands Meander, Pietermaritzburg, I'm sure that you are also available to go to various other areas in the province.
Definitely, yes.
Fantastic. Okay, well, thank you very, very much for your time, Leslie.
Pleasure.
I think you have to go back behind the camera,
Okay.
do what you do best, and we can interview a few other people.
Perfect.
Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Hello, we are back at Mendola. Now I've got to tell you something very special in our journey today, which is taking you along the road to your perfect wedding. There's something very important along that road, is how you get there. Yes, you've got the beautiful venue, you've got the fabulous cake, you've got your guests, you've got the decor, you've got all the wonderful things that you could possibly want. But actually getting to your wedding as the bridal party in style, and something that is a little bit unique, something that's elegant, something that's quite beautiful, that creates another special memory for the day, is the business of Colin Melvin from In Style Productions. Hello, Colin.
Hi, Melanie.
How are you?
Well, thank you.
Good.
Thank you so much for being with us today.
Oh, it's a pleasure. I think that when one is helping to create the most beautiful memories, that to have the best possible, finest possible services is very, very important. It's quite interesting today. This venue just speaks luxury, it speaks attention to detail, it speaks about quality and making sure that every little thing is attended to. And I know that without you, the people who are most important, the bride and groom and their bridal party, wouldn't even be able to get here. So tell me a bit about what your service does and what your business does for wedding parties and, for that matter, conferences or functions.
Well, thank you, Melanie. Well, for over 25 years, we've been driving brides to the wedding. And we use old classic cars, and all our cars are British cars. And so we've got three Jaguars, two Esta Jaguars, finished in Old English white with a red interior, and one 420, also finished in Old English white. And our flagship is a 1967 Rolls Royce, black in colour with a grey leather interior. And so it is, you're right, it's something special. You know, the bride arrives in an old classic car, and her retinue are accompanied in two white Jaguars.
And what I think is quite interesting today, speaking to several of the vendors who are here at Mendola, is there's almost a return to elegant, classic, vintage, bespoke weddings. Gone are the days of numbers, huge big numbers, and almost production line type finishes. People seem to be looking for from their cakes to their flower arrangements to their dresses to their food. They seem to be looking for something that is personal and is going to touch everybody on the day. And I must admit, if a bride has spent all that time preparing for her wedding, dreaming about her wedding, she must feel like an absolute princess to be able to go in her gown into a car that just speaks luxury, elegance, class, royalty. It just must be the most wonderful thing for her to get into a car, and as she's driving along, everybody's looking at her, feeling special for her most special wedding day. And what I find very interesting is that, I mean, it's not only about the bride and groom. What they're concerned about is also their guests who are going to be at the wedding. They might have people coming in from overseas, they might have people coming in from other provinces, and at a venue such as Mendola, which offers accommodation, people will also be staying in other areas around the Midlands Meander because it's so beautiful. So when they actually plan their wedding, these guests, the bridal party, want to know that the guests are able to get to this absolutely gorgeous venue and then back to where they're staying. Can you help them with that?
Yes, we can. Besides the bride arriving in a special car, we've got other special cars, more modern cars. So we've got BMW SUVs, we've got Mercedes-Benz, we've got luxury 16, 17-seater buses.
Okay.
So we actually go and pick up the guests. A lot of guests nowadays fly in from overseas, so we pick them up at the international airports, bring them to the wedding, and they have a wonderful party, and then after the party we take them home. So they don't have to worry about drinking and driving and getting caught in roadblocks. And so that's a service that we offer. And
that's fantastic. It's almost like a complete service. And, that's in line with a venue like Mendola. It's thinking about every possible little thing that you could need. Not only how are the bride and groom going to get to and from the venue, but the safety and the comfort of their guests. Never mind the drinking and driving. It's also the fact that you know that your guests have actually got to where they need to stay. They haven't got lost. They haven't, unplugged the GPS by mistake. I think it's a fantastic service to